Fourth and miles.
Shameful display! A shameful display!
For this segment, we like to talk about the people who are, well, let's just say fourth and a mile away. The people who were not even really close, the bad breaks of the bad breaks of the bad breaks. For me this week, I think I have to go with Aaron Rodgers. And it's not just a matter of gameplay, it's not just a matter of the abysmal performance that he put out. It's the matter of the culture and the sort of public perception that you bring. When you hold out and you make it difficult for a team and you kind of put these rules in place of like, oh, well, I'm going to leave if you don't do this, and you start kind of ruffling people's feathers, it's incredibly important that you don't then return and get beat 38-3 in week one. That's
sure.
a little bit of a steep cliff to fall off immediately after ruffling feathers. And I have noticed that some Packers fans have started to turn on Aaron Rodgers, which is understandable after that game. I think that they do forget that he did win them a Super Bowl, and that he also probably could have taken them to a Super Bowl. I don't know that he would have won, but I think if instead of Jordan Love, they get a top-tier player who doesn't ride the bench, they could have gone to the Super Bowl in one of the past 2 years. You have to remember, they're an NFC championship back-to-back team that drafted a bench rider in the first round. So he does have a little bit of reason to be upset, but if you're going to rock the boat and then you show up and your boat is full of holes, a lot of people are going to be pretty upset with you. And I think it's not just a matter of his poor performance or his statistics, but the 2 interceptions were very embarrassing. That's the only way I know how to describe it. They're interceptions that you expect a rookie to make. You expect a backup to make. You expect some scrub to make. You don't expect Aaron Rodgers to make those mistakes. The arm punt looked like it was to the defender. I honestly, even if it was to the wide receiver, it was so overthrown that I don't think he stood a chance. And the other one was just a poor decision. You don't throw off balance falling on your back leg. It's just not a good idea. So Aaron Rodgers this week was fourth and a mile from having a good time. What about you, Zach?
So I'm going to stay a little closer to home. I'm going to talk about Antonio Gibson's fumble at the 4-yard line, Washington's 4-yard line, mind you. At a very pivotal point in the game, Herbert threw an interception to Kendall Fuller. Kendall Fuller snagged it. It was amazing. Everybody said, oh, maybe it was William Jackson. I don't remember. I was so distraught in that moment. I was so excited and then distraught, so I can't remember any of that. So he throws this pick. I'm really excited. Everybody's really pumped. And Antonio Gibson gets the ball. Don't know why you're giving the football as a coaching staff to a second-year running back who had 77 career touches at the collegiate level as a wide receiver. The dude was not a running back. He would handle, jet sweeps and option plays and things like that, but he was not a running back. He was a wideout. So my fourth and miles moment definitely goes to Antonio Gibson, unfortunately. Love him, but that was a terrible decision. You hold it high and tight, man. That's like the easiest thing to do. You're in your own 5 yards. You have the opportunity to get a long drive set off to where maybe if we hold tight, Washington wins this game. But that was really the moment where I started to realize, maybe this is going to be how this ends. And it was, Chargers next play, maybe 2 plays later, throw touchdown pass, and Washington loses 20-16. And I think it's indicative of the coaching staff making a poor decision too. We can say everything we want about how great Ron Rivera has been to change the culture, to bring guys who are high effort, guys who want to actually play football and be on the team. But most of the Washington fans that I talk to also have issues with the way he manages time, some of the decisions that he makes on the offensive end of things. He's not necessarily a great coach. He'd be an awesome team president, but the whole entire moment there was kind of like an encapsulation of the issues that I think most of us seem to have with Washington football right now. You're giving a second-year running back who's never played it beyond these 2 years the football within the 5-yard line, your own time, of your own territory. just for him to fumble the ball away. I mean, you
Right.
don't do that to him. And then after that, he wasn't the same. He wasn't running the same things where you could tell he was psychologically not there anymore. He was kind of dinged up in his head. So kind of hated to see that. That was my 4th of Miles moment. Hurt my heart to see it because I love AG, but on to the next one, right?
Right. And I think for honorable mentions, we probably have Dalvin Cook only getting 3 yards per carry against the Bengals with a game-losing fumble, and also the entire Buccaneers running back staff, all of them.
Oh man, I mean, I'm less worried about Dalvin Cook personally. 3 yards per carry, it's bad. Don't get me wrong, but that's not indicative of Dalvin.
Yeah.
But absolutely for the Bucks, man.
Yes.
That Rojo fumble and then that Leonard Fournette little pop up to the defender.
Yes.
Crazy to me.
And
so yeah, right there with you.
Nothing is going to make Tom Brady more angry than single-handedly winning a game while your running backs are trying their hardest to throw it.
Absolutely, 100%.